And to really get across how I view this guy is, it's comical but kind of scary. I want to read you one last thing, and it really gives you kind of it kind of gives you a real sense of what Donald Trump and his President Trump's priorities are. President Trump, who flew across the country on hundreds of nights during the 2016 campaign to sleep in his own bed, has now spent 5 straight days in the unfamiliar surroundings of the White House. His aides said privately that he seemed apprehensive about the move to his new home, but Mr. Trump has discovered there is a lot he likes. Quote, these are the most beautiful phones I've ever used in my life, Mr. Trump said in a telephone interview Tuesday evening. This is with the New York Times. It gets better. The world's most secure system, he added, laughing. The words just explode in the air. What he meant was that no one was listening and recording his words. The president sat at his desk, the one used by former President Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Ronald Reagan, and John F. Kennedy, among others, at the end of his 4th full day in office. But listen to his mornings. His mornings, he said, are spent as they were in Trump Tower. He rises before 6 a.m., watches television, tuned to a cable channel first in the residence, and later in a small dining room in the West Wing, and looks through the morning newspapers, the New York Times, the New York Post, and now the Washington Post. This is the President of the United States. Did you hear one foreign newspaper? He reads the New York Times, the New York Post, and now the Washington Post. By the way, while he's watching cable news. But his meetings now begin at 9 a.m., earlier than they used to, which significantly curtails his television time. Still, Mr. Trump, who does not read books, is able to end his evenings with plenty of television. In between, Mr. Trump signs executive orders in the Oval Office and has meetings in the West Wing. So basically, Mr. Trump, in between watching cable news and reading 3 newspapers, none are foreign newspapers, loves watching MSNBC, CNN, and tweeting. And writing executive orders that his team didn't consult with lawyers about. This is the President of the United States we're talking about, not like, Alec Baldwin on 30 Rock. Scary times we're living in, folks. Scary times.